Hey everyone, and welcome to my next custom figure showcase. So my next one up is going to be quite a few figures, because this is going to be taking through my collection of custom-made Asylum Daleks. Now to start off with, I'll show you some of the ones that I've come up with that I've just used from spare parts. Just literally Daleks that have been destroyed. So this is literally just going through my boxes of spares and bits I had. All of the green gooey stuff that you're going to see in these is actually just tissue paper, painted green and then lightly brushed over with black paint. So that's a Paradigm one. Some of these you might notice some of these spares, there's a few mismatched bits in that there's some new series and old series stuff, particularly in one which I'll show you in a moment. But that's my first destroyed Dalek. Here is another one. This is just a standard new series Dalek base. Again, just nice and simple to do, just lots of spares and bits just put together. And here is one that is the first sort of almost higgledy-piggledy sort of one, in that we've got an old series body with a new series base, but it's got a new series dome put together. And obviously all of these somewhere have got the different Asylum stamps on them that I've put them on. And then another one is again just another new series one that I've just put together. Again, just going through spares and things like that. That's what all of these are. And then finally, this one I still haven't painted the gun a darker colour yet, but this is again just another classic one, just done nice and simple. So now we move on to the actual intact Daleks, and we're going to start off with the classic series. These are in no particular order. I've literally just got them lined up, so I'm just going to pick them up one by one. This is a custom one from, wait for it to go in focus, there we are, from Day of the Daleks that I've just decided to make up. I had a spare gold Dalek, so I thought, why not? Giving him a few cracks on the dome, a few dents here and there, leaking bits, and also just dug away at the side of him. Obviously he's got his Asylum stamp as well. So that was just, again, another nice simple one to do. I had the bit spare, I didn't have all the parts I needed, but I thought, you know, it'd make a nice custom for the Asylum. So next up, one that we did see, very vaguely saw in the actual episode, is the Emperor's Guard Dalek. Again, all still intact, with the exception of losing one of the globes. Yeah, again, just a simple repaint, nice and simply done. And next up, we have another one of my own, which is from Death to the Daleks. I tried to make this one look like it had been burnt and destroyed, as it has been in the episode, and this might be a talking one. Is he on? No, obviously batteries have run out in this one. Some of these are talking ones, which adds a nice little bit of playability to them as well, even though, you know, I don't play with them. So playability is probably the wrong word. It adds a little bit more interaction with them. It's, you know, another nice thing to have on display. And then we have the Special Weapons Dalek. Again, a talking one, but the batteries have gone in this one. Oh, this might not have batteries in it at all. But obviously, you know, Special Weapons Dalek, it was a prominent piece in the Asylum, so obviously, you know, I had to have one in there. I was slightly against, you know, dulling this up too much, so apart from actually, you know, giving it a quick recoat of paint and putting the Asylum stamp on it, it's still basically as the same. I haven't taken away any bits or added any bits, so I decided to keep that one as it was. And then we have a simple grey Renegade Dalek. Again, none of these seem to be speaking. I've obviously taken the batteries out of all of them. But yeah, so just a nice simple Renegade Dalek. I just thought, you know, it's a fairly common livery for the classic Dalek, so I thought it'd be a nice one to have as part of the collection. And then this one, I believe, was again another Day of the Daleks I decided to do. Or no, this was Planet of the Daleks, I do beg your pardon. I decided to do this as Planet of the Daleks and make it look like it had been abandoned in a forest somewhere, hence its sort of muddy and slightly grimy green appearance. I thought that worked quite well. It was actually partly inspired by a story I saw in the news where literally 2 or 3 years ago, I think now, part of a Dalek, the upper part, and specifically the dome, was found in a swamp in the middle of England somewhere, where they'd been filming in the 70s, and it had just been abandoned there. So that was slightly inspired by that. Then we have the classic guard. I like this idea that that's the classic death pose for the old Dead Planet Daleks, and this might be one that actually still does speak. So yeah, again, you know, very simple, dulled down, and you know, it again makes just a nice classic addition to the collection. And now one that I have put together literally only about 2 or 3 days ago is a guard. Now, these guards are quite rare, so to save anybody suddenly panicking thinking, oh my god, he's destroyed a really rare Dalek, I didn't. This actually started out life as a standard one of these, not the sound versions, just the standard Dead Planet versions. I had pieces of it. As you can see, all of the top had come away. Oh, this might have been a saucer guard actually, because he's got the hole. I think this might have been a saucer guard then. But anyway, so yeah, so he had, you know, it was all in pieces. So I thought, why not? You know, it'd make a really nice one. The interior struts, that is a piece of the new series Davros headpiece. And this part is the chest piece, if I turn it the right way up, from a Invasion Cyberman, classic Cyberman. So yeah, you know, it was just a nice little extra piece to do. Obviously, he's got his Asylum stamp on him. So yeah, I thought I'd do that one. It just looked quite good, and you know, it's another nice one to have in the Asylum. So now we move on to the new series. There's not too many of these, but there is something very, very special to finish with that I'm very proud of. So first of all, new series Dalek, nice and simple. This actually started out as a Dalek Thay. As you can see, I repainted over the panels at the back and added 1 or 2 spheres to make it look like there'd just been some missing. Asylum stamp, nice and simple, couple missing. Job done for that one. Moving on, we have another new series Dalek, but with a bit of a difference in that the Dalek is trying to escape. So this was another, again, just a standard 2005 new series Dalek. The tentacles are actually from a character building Deadly 60 octopus figure. I just thought, you know, that it would be quite interesting to see the Dalek sort of open, almost trying to get out in a way, and so I did that for this one. And I've also done that for another one. But this is moving on again because we are now on to a Paradigm Dalek. So as you can see, he's trying to escape out the top there. Again, just, you know, spares that I had left over. I think I had this one as part of a job lot that I had. It was already missing. One of its eyes had snapped off, so I've removed the other one and just dulled it down. And obviously removed the spheres as well. Again, just nice and simple, really easy to do. So I thought, you know, that's a nice one. But obviously one of the main Paradigm ones we saw in the episode, and this isn't completely accurate, was the Supreme White. He's obviously got the crisscross I've put on him. Missing the gun, he did originally have 2 eyes, but unfortunately I had to take one of them away for another project. Yeah, overall, I think I was quite pleased with that one. That was actually, I think, one of the first ones I made of the Paradigm Asylum Daleks, and it's just sort of grown into a collection. But we still have 2 more to go. Next, of course, 2005 version, we have Oswin, the Osmond Dalek. This is just a standard new series Dalek, obviously. Chains aren't right size exactly, but I was pretty pleased with how it looks anyway, because, you know, you see that and you're automatically going to know it's Oswin. You know, it's the Oswin Dalek. So that was a nice little one to add as an addition. And now we have one that is completely my own creation, and it's a what if. And the idea was, what if Davros had been in the Asylum? So this started off, this is a new series Davros body. The skirt is actually just made of cardboard that I've just added on myself. I've cut out these panels here and added in what's the word I'm looking for? Electronics of a classic Davros, and the body, this part is actually quite loose, I need to glue it back on, is just the top part of a classic Davros figure, which was, I believe, Revelations, because obviously he's got the body, And I've put a new Series Davros head on there. It does look a little big, the head, but I actually think it works quite well because I like the idea. My idea behind this was that Davros does survive. I'm in no doubt that Davros has survived the destruction of the Crucible in Series 4. But my idea was that he's found by the Daleks, but obviously they deem him too impure and maybe he's, insane. So they stick him in the asylum, they remove his hand so that he can't do any harm, and so he's just left there on his own forever until the Doctor meets him. So that was my idea from this, of, what if Davros had been in the asylum? So, now, the final one, and I might struggle to get this in camera shot completely, so I might have to move the camera back, but using a junk TARDIS, I have created this, and it is way too big to get into camera shot, so I will just move this back. This is my own little piece of the asylum. Now, this is started life as a junk TARDIS. Obviously, I removed all the console and everything. The Dalek spares are in there. You've got a dome, you've got a plunger, you've got a panel in the background there, and the Dalek is just, again, a standard Renegade Dalek. The spheres on the walls are actually from a 12-inch Dalek, and overall it's just been painted. I made the columns, put the columns in, and it's come out really well. I'm really pleased with this, and it's just a really nice little display piece. Get several of these together and you can make a proper Dalek asylum, a huge big one, but obviously I've only just got the one for now. But I'm really pleased with that, and that's the final piece that I had. So this has been my custom showcase for my Asylum Daleks. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, like, favourite, subscribe, share. It really helps me out a lot, and I shall see you all with another video very soon.